Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of manufacturing. Today, we're tackling something that's both beautiful and surprisingly complex: the industrial process of making millions of glass vases. You know those elegant vases you see in home decor stores, holding flowers or just sitting pretty on a shelf? Well, behind every one of them is a massive, high-tech operation that turns simple sand into stunning works of art on a colossal scale. Stick around because we're going to break it all down step by step, from raw materials to the final product rolling off the assembly line. By the end, you'll never look at a vase the same way again. Let's start at the very beginning, the raw materials. Glass isn't just pulled out of thin air, it's born from the earth. The primary ingredient is silica sand, which is basically superfine quartz crystals. This stuff makes up about 70% of the mix. Then we add soda ash, which is sodium carbonate, to lower the melting point and make the process more efficient. Limestone, or calcium carbonate, comes next to add durability and prevent the glass from dissolving in water over time. And for those colorful vases, we throw in metal oxides like iron for green, cobalt for blue, or gold for that luxurious red hue. These ingredients are sourced from mines and quarries around the world, trucked in by the ton to massive factories that churn out vases by the millions each year. The first big step is batching. Giant mixers blend these raw materials in precise proportions. Think of it like baking a cake, but on steroids. A single batch might weigh several tons, and it's all automated with computer-controlled hoppers and conveyors to ensure consistency. Any tiny variation could lead to defects, so quality checks happen right here. Sensors measure moisture levels and particle sizes, because if the sand is too coarse, your glass might end up cloudy or brittle. Once batched, it's time for the melt. The mixture heads into an enormous furnace, heated to a scorching 1500 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than lava. These furnaces are like giant brick-lined tanks, often fueled by natural gas or electricity for eco-friendlier operations. The raw materials melt into a viscous, glowing liquid called molten glass. Bubbles rise to the surface as gases escape, and any impurities float to the top as slag, which gets skimmed off. In modern plants, this process is continuous. Fresh batch goes in one end, molten glass flows out the other, producing up to 500 tons per day. Can you picture it? Rivers of fiery orange glass streaming through channels, ready for shaping. All right, now we're at the heart of vase production, forming. For mass-producing vases, factories use automated machines that can crank out thousands per hour. One common method is the press and blow technique. First, a gob of molten glass, about the size of a softball and still red hot, is dropped into a mold. A plunger presses it into the basic shape, forming the base and sides. Then, compressed air blows into the center, expanding the glass to fill the mold completely and create that hollow interior perfect for holding water. It's like inflating a balloon inside a cookie cutter. For more intricate designs, like flared rims or textured patterns, they might use the blow-and-blow method. Here, air puffs create a small bubble first, then the gob transfers to a final mold where more air shapes it fully. And get this, these molds are made from cast iron or graphite, cooled with water to prevent sticking, and they spin on carousels for high-speed production. In a single shift, one machine line might produce 50,000 vases. If it's a fancy vase with handles or engravings, additional steps like centrifugal spinning might come in, where the mold rotates rapidly to fling the glass outward for even thickness. But wait, the vase isn't done yet. It's still screaming hot, around 600 degrees. If it cools too fast, it'll crack from thermal stress. Enter annealing, the controlled cooling phase. The freshly formed vases ride on a conveyor belt through a long tunnel called a layer, which gradually drops the temperature over hours. This equalizes internal stresses, making the glass tough and shatter resistant. Vases emerge cool enough to handle, but they might have rough edges from the mold seams. Automated grinders and polishers smooth those out, using diamond wheels for precision. For decorative touches, like etched patterns or frosted finishes, they blast the surface with sand or apply acid treatments. Some vases get sprayed with enamels or metallic coatings, then fired again in a kiln to bond the colors permanently. Anything subpar gets recycled back into the batch. Glass is infinitely recyclable, which is a huge win for sustainability. To make millions of vases, factories run multiple lines in parallel. And recycling, up to 80% of the glass can come from colored, crushed recycled glass, which melts at lower temperatures, saving energy. Finally, the vases head to packaging. Robots stack them in crates, cushioned with foam or paper to avoid chips during shipping. From there, they're loaded onto trucks or ships, destined for stores worldwide. Phew, what a journey! From sandy beginnings to polished perfection, the industrial process of making millions of glass vases is a symphony of science, engineering, and artistry. Next time you pick one up, remember the fiery furnaces and whirring machines behind it. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe for more manufacturing marvels, and drop a comment. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.